Welcome students in my YouTube channel Chemistry Dangal. Today we learn about the topic Henry's Law, very important in syllabus of class 12, CBSE board, ISC board or UP board. So let me start the topic Henry's Law. Before knowing Henry's Law, first we learn about the term solubility. What do you mean by solubility? The first term is solubility. Solubility, this is the basic term related to the solutions. It should be known for each and every student which is studying about the topic solutions. So, what is solubility? Generally, solubility we can define as the solubility of a substance is the maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in a specified amount of solvent, or solubility of a substance at a given temperature is defined as the amount of solid that dissolves in 100 gram of a solvent at a given temperature to form a saturated solution. We can define the solubility as the solubility of a substance, solubility of a substance, solubility of a substance at a given temperature is defined as the maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in given amount of solute, given amount of solvent at a particular temperature to form saturated solution. So here one important term is saturated solution. Do you know about the saturated solution? So I explain you about the saturated solution. The solution in which no more solute can be dissolved at a given temperature, that is called saturated solution. And if more solute can be dissolved in the given solution, then it is an unsaturated solution. So you may learn about the saturated and unsaturated solutions. Solubility of gases in liquids. You know, the solubility of gases in liquids, the gases dissolve in liquid to form homogeneous solutions, and solubility depends upon the following factors. What are these factors? First is nature of solute and solvent. Second one is the temperature of solution. And third, pressure. So let us explain these factors for the solubility of a gas in the liquids. So nature of solute and solvent. The solubility of different gases is different, and most soluble gases are those which chemically react with liquid solvents. Means they can mix together, or a gas can easily dissolve by the chemical reaction, so the solubility of gas is more. Then next one is effect of temperature. Temperature is another factor related to the solubility of the gases in liquids. Solubility of gas decreases with increase in temperature, because the energy of the gas molecules increases on increasing temperature, and they comes out on the surface or toward the surface. Because the gas dissolved in a liquid with evolution of heat, that is exothermic process, so the solubility decreases according to the Le Chatelier principle. Next factor is effect of pressure, or what is the role of pressure. Okay, effect of pressure. Solubility of a gas increases with increase in the pressure. This is also according to Le Chatelier's principle. At equilibrium, the number of gas molecules entering to the solution becomes equal to the number of dissolved molecules leaving the solution phase. So, on increasing pressure, the solution phase, by compressing the gas to a smaller volume, this will increase the number of gaseous particles per unit volume over the solution. As a result, more molecules will dissolve and solubility of a gas will increases until a new equilibrium is reached. So these are three important factors related to the solubility. Now next term is Henry's law. Henry's law. What is Henry's law? This law is mainly related to the solubility of a gas. Okay, let me discuss about this. First time William Henry give the relationship between pressure and solubility of a gas in a solvent, and this relationship is named as Henry's law. So according to this law, at constant temperature, the solubility of a gas in a liquid is directly proportional to the pressure of the gas. Suppose m is the mass of a gas that dissolves in a unit volume of a solvent. P is the pressure of the gas in equilibrium. P is the pressure of the gas in equilibrium with the solution. Then m is proportional to P, or it becomes m is equal to Kp, where K is proportionality proportionality constant. Proportionality constant. The value of K depends upon the nature of the gas. K depends upon the nature of the gas, nature of the gas, nature of the solvent, nature of the solvent, and temperature and units of pressure. Temperature and units of pressure. Okay, this is Henry's law. And at the time of Henry, another scientist, Dalton, also concluded independently that solubility of a gas in a liquid solution depends upon the partial pressure of the gas. Dalton also explained independently the solubility of a gas, in liquid solutions in terms of mole fraction, of a gas in contemporary of Henry. Dalton also gave a relationship between the mole fraction of a gas and partial pressure of the gas. Mole fraction of a gas in solution is directly proportional pressure to the partial pressure of the gas over the solution. Means क्या हुआ? That is X is proportional to P, or X is equal to K dash P, or P is equal to 1 upon K dash X, or P is equal to KHX, where 1 upon K dash is equal to KH and called Henry's law constant, and its unit is atmosphere or bar. So this is the new relationship for Henry's law. P is equal to KHX on the basis of formula Henry's law also is stated as कैसे? The partial pressure of a gas, the partial pressure of a gas in the vapor phase, is directly proportional to the mole fraction of the gas in the solution. Thus, this is about Henry's law, the limitations of Henry's law. Limitations of Henry's law. What are the limitations? First, the pressure is not too high, because at high pressure the value of Henry's law constant show considerable variations. Yeah? Then second one is temperature is not too low, because at low temperature the gas should not be dissolved in the liquid. The gas is not highly soluble. If the solubility is high, means the gas reacts chemically. So gas neither reacts chemically with the solvent nor associated or dissociated with the solvent. What are the applications of Henry's law? The applications: scuba diving, in production of carbonated beverages, and at high altitude, means for hill climbers and the people surviving on the hills. So first we discuss about the deep sea diving or scuba diving. Scuba diving means the persons which are going deep inside the sea for various researches. So the persons which are scuba divers, that is, scuba divers carry the oxygen cylinder with them for the respiration purpose. The scuba divers carry the oxygen cylinder containing a mixture of nitrogen and oxygen in it. At normal pressure, nitrogen gas is not soluble or very less soluble in the blood and tissues, but at the depth in the sea, due to high pressure, it is highly soluble in the blood and tissues. So at high depth it does not cause any problem, but when the person coming out toward the surface from deep sea, then pressure on the body decreases, and in this condition nitrogen gas comes out from the tissues and goes into the blood and form bubbles. These bubbles cause severe pain for the person, that is for scuba diver, and this is a very dangerous condition. So to avoid these conditions, the scuba divers carry the oxygen cylinder with them containing a mixture of helium gas and nitrogen and oxygen, and the ratio of and the percentage of the different gases in the cylinder is helium 11.7%, nitrogen is 56.2%, oxygen is 32.1%. In this way, the helium prevents the formation of nitrogen gas bubble, or it is not highly soluble at high depth in the blood or tissues. So this problem gets solved by making a mixture of helium, nitrogen and oxygen. Then next term is in production of carbonated beverages. Do you know the carbonated beverages? The carbonated beverages which contain the carbon dioxide gas introduced in them. As you know, cold drink, soda water, champagne, beer, these all are carbonated beverages, and when they packed in the containers, in the bottles, they sealed at a very high pressure, because carbon dioxide is introduced at very high pressure, and then it is sealed. So the carbon dioxide gas is mixed or dissolved in the solution. When the container is opened, then the pressure of the solution reduces to the atmospheric pressure, and the gas converted into gas bubbles, and these bubbles oozes out from the liquid solution. So this is about the production of carbonated beverages. And then next one is at high altitude. This situation is related to the hill climbers and people surviving on the hills. We know that the partial pressure of oxygen is low at hills than the ground level. So the concentration of oxygen is low in blood and tissues of the people at high altitudes. Low blood oxygen causes climbers and the people surviving on hills to become weak and unable to think clearly, and these symptoms known as anoxia. Dear students, like and share the video. If channel is not subscribed till now, subscribe the channel and also press the button of bell icon to get the latest notifications of new videos. Thank you and have a good day.